thousands, what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass, yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get a chance to take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the team.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
On one, ready?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
First down. Here's Burrow. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch?
Here we go.
And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Stop.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they go play action now. Burrow. to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
44 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because Cover was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Cowboys 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You see them communicating after that play. They both know that they missed a shot for a touchdown on that throw.
Need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
And that's their 1st sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. That's complete, right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit. And then now you can see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball-hawking, a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. They find some open field here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Inside give to Elliott. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
When we say the sky's the limit for CeeDee Lamb coming into his 3rd season, it's not hyperbole. 1,102 yards in his first Pro Bowl nod last season. He's now the unquestioned WR1 for Dallas following the Amari Cooper deal. They get it to him there for a first down.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Down the numbers. There he goes.
Here we go.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up. with golden field position. They'll give it to Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Here we go. Here we go.
Another try for Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
On 1.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And he fires one that's intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30.
On 1, right? Gotta go.
From the 29, Burrow. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Inside handoff to Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Again, it's Mixon. 132 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Mixon will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Mixon up the middle. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. And McPherson on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Cowboys 17, Bengals 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Their catch made it to 25-yard line. The Cowboys make over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard, and he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 27. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing. Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On play action, Prescott sliding out of the pocket. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
On 2, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. 165 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Burrow will throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Here's a give to Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
11. Hey, we got to go score.
From the 36, Burrow. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
On the delay, it's Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 39. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Here we go.
Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A draw play for Mixon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 189 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. Burrow. Caught on the slant. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. To throw, Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He will find his man Chase complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location.